Nelson Mandela's inaugural address as President of South Africa. Mr. Master of Ceremonies, Your Excellencies, members of Diplomatic Corps, my fellow South Africans. Today, we are entering a new era for our country and its people. Today, we celebrate not a victory for a party, but a victory for all people of South Africa. Our country has arrived at a decision. Among all the parties that contested the election, the overwhelming majority of South Africa have mandated the African National Congress to lead our country into the future. The South Africa we have struggled for, in which all our people, with the African, colored, Indian, or white, regard themselves as citizens of one nation at hand. Perhaps it was history that ordained that it be here, at the Cape of Good Hope, that we should lay the foundation stone of our new nation. For it was here, at this cape, for 3 centuries ago, that there began the fateful convergence of the people of Africa, Europe, and Asia on these shores. It was on this peninsula that the patriots, among the many princes and scholars of Indonesia, were dragged in chains. It was the sandy plains of this peninsula that the first battle of the epic war of resistance were fought. When we look out across Table Bay, the horizon is dominated by Robben Island, whose infamy as a dungeon built to stifle the spirit of freedom is as old as colonialism in South Africa. For 3 centuries, that island was seen as a place in which outcasts can be banished. The name of those who were incarcerated is as a roll call of resistance fighters and Democrats spanning over 3 centuries ago. If indeed this is a Cape of Good Hope, that hope owes much the spirit of that legion of fighters and others of their caliber. We have fought for democratic constitutions in the 1880s. Ours has been a quest for a constitution really adapted by the people of South Africa, reflecting their wishes and their aspirations. The struggle for democracy has never been a matter pursued by one race, class, religious, community, or gender among South Africa. In honoring those who have fought to see this day arrive, we honor the best sons and daughters of all our people. We can count them amongst African, colored, white, Indian, Muslim, Christian, Hindus, Jews, all of them united by a common vision of a better life for the people of this country. That vision inspired us in 1923 when we adopted the first ever Bill of Rights in this country. That same vision spurred us to put forward the African claims in 1946. It is also the founding principle of the Freedom Charter we adopted as policy in 1955, which in its very first line, before South Africa, exclusive basis of citizenship. In 1980s, the African National Congress was still setting the pace, being the major political formation in South Africa to commit itself firmly to a Bill of Rights, which he published in November in 1990. This milestone gave concrete expression to what South Africa can become. This speaks of a constitutional, democratic, political order in which, regardless of color, gender, religious, political opinion, and sexual orientation, the law will provide for the equal protection of all citizens. They project a democracy to the government, whomever the government may be, will be bound by a higher set of goals embodied in a constitution and will not able to govern the country as it pleases. The government will devise policies that encourage and reward productive enterprise among the disadvantaged communities, African, colored, and Indian. By easing credit condition, we can assist them to make inroads to the productive and manufacturing spheres and break out the small-scale distribution to which they are presently confined. To raise our country and its people from the morass of racism and apartheid, as a government, the ANC will create a legal framework that will assist rather than impede the awesome task of reconstruction and development of our battered society. While we are and shall remain fully committed to the spirit of a government of national unity, we are determined to initiate and bring about the change that our mandate from the people demands. We place our constitutional order for South Africa on the table not as conquerors but prescribing to the conquered. We speak as a fellow citizens to heal the wound of the past with the intent of constructing a new order based on justice for all. This is the challenge that faces all South African today, and it is one to which I am certain we will all rise.